Now it seems like a silly question. We all know what room temperature is, right? Sure, we know what it feels like, but depending on where you are, it could be completely different. So this begs the question, what is room temperature? Guaranteed if you've used a recipe at some point it mentions room temperature. Some lagers in England are served at room temperature, which, if you live in a tropical country, would be extremely disappointing. And some air conditioning units have a room temperature setting. So obviously room temperature is a quantifiable number, but what is it? If we were in the Arctic Circle, we might find that room temperature is completely different to someone who lives in Saharan Africa. So with a quick Google search, we find out that room temperature is... And down the Wikipedia rabbit hole we go. Anyway, after some research, we find room temperature is a term referring to three other terms, that being ambient temperature, science and industry room temperature, and comfort temperature. Ambient temperature is the average temperature of air in an environment at any given point, so necessarily speaking, as air is everywhere, this can mean both inside and outside the proverbial room. Ambient temperature, therefore, is not the definition that we are chasing today. Science and industry room temperature, which, due to it being a science and industry, you would expect it to be extremely specific, is not specific at all. See, multiple science and industry leaders provide a range, with it being a mere 5 degrees Celsius difference on the low end to a 30 degrees Celsius difference on the high end. Some provide their lowest room temperature as just 1 degree Celsius, and others provide their highest as 30 degrees Celsius. But averaging out, this temperature becomes 22.5 degrees Celsius for industrial and science operations, roughly. Now let's see how that matches to what we describe as comfort temperature. Upon diving into comfort temperature, I found that this led to another concept of thermal comfort. No matter, I was going to get to the bottom of this anyway, for the sake of curiosity. Now, unfortunately, this was an article for comfort zones in building construction. So, as a person other than an architect, it was filled with a lot, and I mean a lot, of jargon. Bruising over concepts foreign to my simple mind, like metabolic rates, airspeed, and skin wetness, yes, skin wetness, I arrived at a very, very basic understanding of thermal comfort. There actually isn't a standardized specific temperature classified as thermally comfortable. Thermal comfort takes into account factors such as race, gender, airspeed, country of origin, climate, humidity, insulation, clothes, age, and skin wetness. And all of these factors arrive at a very straightforward conclusion that explains why me and my girlfriend argue over why the shower is too hot or too cold, or the aircon is too low or high. What I find thermally comfortable won't necessarily be comfortable for you. Sure, they might be similar, but me in North Queensland finds anything below 20 degrees Celsius as cold, as opposed to people from, say, Norway, who might find anything above 25 degrees Celsius hot. So really, the whole question of what room temperature is might remain a mystery. If humans were all homogeneous, unindividual, non-thinking creatures, we didn't have the power to be unique, to create, to explore, to feel, to love. Maybe if we were no different to the parameciums and bacteria that are all around us, maybe then we'd all have a common temperature that we consider comfortable. Maybe we'd all have a common room temperature. Or maybe it's just 23 degrees Celsius. I've solved it! Call the police, call the government, call me mum, I've bloody well solved the bloody thing. But that's the most definite answer utilizing Wikipedia rabbit holes that we could come to on what room temperature actually is. So what do you think? Is 23 degrees Celsius too high, or is it too low? Let me know what you think down below. I'm going to try and get a video out once a fortnight for you to enjoy. In the meantime, if you've got any ideas, drop them below and I'll credit you for your idea for sure. As usual, like and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video, and please let me know what the microphone sounds like. Have a great day and a great life, lads and lasses, and I'll see you in the next one.